Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to your another session of your online classes. Children, right now we are studying about lesson number 6 and today is the ninth part of this lesson. Children, we are almost towards the end of the lesson. Let's begin with our topic for today. I hope you remember we were studying about animal tissue. There are mainly four types of tissues that are found in animals: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and the nervous tissue. We have already completed epithelial tissue and the nervous tissue. Children, we are right now studying about the connective tissue. Depending on the matrix that is present in the connective tissues are classified into many types. Yesterday, I taught you about one type of connective tissue, and today we are going to study about the second type of the connective tissue, and they are the supportive connective tissue. Now, children, supportive connective tissue, they form the endoskeleton of the vertebrates. Now, endoskeleton means the bones are present inside the body of the living organism. For example, children, you all must have seen a cockroach. You all must have seen a mosquito, cockroach, housefly, or crabs. You all must have seen. So you will, especially if you have seen the crab, children, its outer covering is hard. So that means it has got the skeleton outside its body. But vertebrates or the mammals, we have got the skeleton inside our body. So supportive connective tissues, they are broadly of two types: cartilage and the bone. Let us study about them. Cartilage. Now, children, let me tell you where is cartilage present in our body. First of all, you can hear me right now with the help of your ears. Yes. So your external ear, they are actually made up of cartilage. The tip of your nose is made up of cartilage. Then children, all the joints, there are total 206 bones present in our body. So these bones, they when two bones meet, they form the joint. So at the each joint, cartilage is present. So it is tough, hard, but it is a flexible connective tissue. It can resist strain. Means when you take some heavy bag with your hands, so your fingers doesn't get stretched, like how it is shown normally in the cartoon movies or in the horror movies. Their finger become very long. Okay, it doesn't happen. So cartilage, it helps to retain the shape of our body and helps to absorb the mechanical shocks whatever we get. For example, children, in case you slip down, if you are walking and you slip down, so that shock absorption, of course, it is also done by the fat storing tissue, adipose tissue, but cartilage, it prevents the shock and do not let the bones get fractured. It consists of solid or semi-solid matrix in which cartilage cells are also known as chondrocytes, are embedded. You can see in the picture, children. So you can see the chondrocytes, and at the background you can see a jelly-like substance which is known as the matrix. In the cartilage, the matrix do not have the blood vessel. What are the functions of cartilage, children? It supports our bones. It helps in the rapid growth of our muscles and the skeletal system. Cartilage help in the facial movement. So right now I'm speaking, so cartilage are helping me out in this. Since they are lightweight, so they support our ear and tip of the nose. They act as a shock absorber and prevent abrasion and damage of our bones. They help to lubricate joint and helps to bend. Now children, one advertisement keeps on coming in the television for some ortho cream is there, which is I think a pain relieving cream. So they are always showing that in the joints something gets damaged, due to which people at the older age, they develop the problem of joint pains. So actually people do not take care of themselves, and it results in the degradation of cartilage in our body, and thus you must have observed many elderly people, they often complain of the backache and the knee pains, right? The cartilage rings which are present in the trachea around the windpipe, Okay, it prevents the collapse of windpipe. Cartilage also help in the role of bone repair. Now, what are bone children? It is a supportive and protective tissue. The matrix is solid, okay, and calcified. That means it contains the salts of calcium and phosphate. The bone cells are also known as osteocytes. So, the bone cell and the collagen fiber are embedded in the solid matrix. The matrix is arranged in the concentric circles which are known as the lamellae. You can see the picture. You can see in the picture children how these rings are given. So, I am talking about them. And the number of osteoblast cells and osteocytes are arranged in between the laminae, and the fluid is filled in the space which is known as lacunae. Now, what is osteoblast children? Osteoblast means the young bone cell, and osteocytes are the mature bone cells. So, this is the diagram of a bone. You can see this is the children diagram I was talking about. There are total 206 bones that are present in our body. So let us understand what is the function of bone. Bone provide a frame to frame support to our body and also gives a proper shape to our body. Now you must have noticed children, some people they have got a very beautiful nose, some have got pointed nose, some have got a nose exactly like how a parrot has some spherical in shape. So this variation in shape of our body happens due to the bone that is present in our body. Okay, now bones protect our internal organ. For example, children, the rib cage which is present in our thoracic cavity, it protects all the important and vital organs like the heart, the lung, the kidney, our stomach and the intestine. The long bones which are present in our body, which are specially located in our, especially our thigh bones, they help in the production of red blood cell, platelets and the white blood cell. The defective and the old red blood cells are also destroyed in the bone marrow. Now, what is this bone marrow, children? The long bones which are present in our body, like the bones of our leg, the bones of our hand, they are long, right? So, children, these bones they are hollow from the inside. The now inside the bones they are hollow, so a fluid is filled, and that fluid is known as bone marrow, and this bone marrow help in the formation of new red blood cells. Bones also act as a reserve for minerals, especially for calcium and phosphorus. Bones they help to maintain our proper body pH. They keep on absorbing the different acids and the different bases that are produced in our body time to time depending on the our food habits children. Bones can have absorb very heavy metals and toxic elements from the blood. Now, children, our eating habit, we must take care that the food that we eat should be a healthy food. Okay, I'm not against fast food. Even I enjoy eating fast food, children. But that fast food should be sometimes, like 10 days or 15 days, once in a 10 to 15 days. Now, whatever fast food you eat, children, to improve the taste, right, the people the shopkeepers or the manufacturers they add unnecessary spices and unwanted some salts which makes it a very tasty food, and those those spices that they use, they are not good for our health, and they result in many health related issues. Bones also happens to release certain hormones which helps to regulate our sugar regulation, and it also controls our fat deposition. Bones can raise or reduce the calcium level of our blood. So it's very important that you eat a proper diet, right? So, children, I hope you have understood what is meant by cartilage, what are the functions of cartilage, what is bone, and what are the functions of bone. Now, our next topic is, let us understand what are the difference between the bone and the cartilage. Okay, bones they are hard and non-flexible, whereas cartilage they are soft, elastic, and flexible. The cells of the bone are known as osteocytes, whereas cells of the cartilage they are known as chondrocytes. In case of bones, blood vessels are present, whereas in case of cartilage, blood vessels are absent. In case of bones, the matrix contains both living and the non-living component, whereas in case of cartilage, the matrix has only the living component. Bones, has the deposits of calcium salts, whereas cartilage may have or may not have the deposits of calcium. Now, the bones are richly supplied with the blood. It it lacks blood supply, and that is why the repair of cartilage is very slowly. The growth pattern of the bone is bidirectional, whereas growth of the cartilage is unidirectional. Bones, they help in the formation of new red blood cell cartilage. They act as a shock absorber and also provide lubrication to our joints. So children, this was all about your today's topic. Please write down the notes. Please draw the diagram as much as possible, and please keep reading your textbook also. All these things are given in your textbook, but children, in NCERT book, the information is given in a very condensed form. So since we are on, if you would have been in regular class, it would have taken less time for me to explain you all this, because in our school we have very beautiful charts and very beautiful slides are there. But anyways, I am trying to show you the best picture that are available from the Google sites. And children, please keep writing the notes, and that is why I am taking very less content in each lesson. So please do write the notes, draw the diagram, whichever you can draw. Diagrams and pictures, they are different things. Draw the diagrams. Okay. You will find that many such diagrams are also there in your textbook. Now children, tomorrow we'll be talking about the blood and the lymph. Okay. It's all for today. Thank you, and children, take care of yourself. God bless you.